Eyewitness News 9 at 6.
As well, we could.
This is Eyewitness News 9 Weekend Edition.
Hello, everyone. I'm Claudine Chalfant. Thanks for watching Eyewitness News 9 Weekend Edition tonight.
Just a short drive from home.
You're watching ABC 45. Live from the ABC 45 newsroom, this is the Weekend Edition for Sunday, January the 17th.
Good evening, everyone. I'm Trey Hardison. Thanks so much for staying up with us. Coming up on the ABC 45.
You're watching ABC 45. Live from the ABC 45 newsroom, this is the final edition for Tuesday, November 3rd.
Good evening, everyone. I'm Michelle Kingsfield.
And I'm Chris Runge. Thanks so much.
Live from the ABC 45 newsroom, this is the evening edition for Wednesday, November 4th.
Good evening, everyone. I'm Chris Runge.
And I'm Karen Jarvis. Thanks for being with us. Coming up on the...
Straight ahead on News 2 at 11, Davidson County is one of only 5 in North Carolina that doesn't honor Martin Luther King Jr.'s birthday. We'll tell you about the controversy. And minutes away, they're running for peace one step at a time. We'll have the details. News 2 at 11 is next.
And now, News 2 at 11, working for you.
January the 18th, 1999, as a...
And now, News 2 this morning, working for you.
Good morning, everyone. I'm Stephanie Borland. Thanks for joining us on News 2.
From all across the Piedmont, you're watching News 2 this morning with Stephanie Borland. News 2, working for you.
Roll call is the...
And now, News 2 at noon, working for you.
It's decision day.
From all across the Piedmont, you're watching News 2 at noon with Doug Allred. News 2, working for you.
Relief workers put the death toll.
This is News 2 election coverage of Campaign 98.
Democratic candidate John Edwards cast his ballot this morning in Raleigh, saying he wouldn't change a thing about his campaign. Republican Senator Locke Faircloth spent about 20 minutes in the country. Good afternoon, everyone. I'm Frank Ferboni.
And I'm Sandra Hughes. Normally, voter turnout during a non-presidential year is very low, but the polls have been...
From all across the Piedmont, you're watching News 2 at 6 with Lee Keinert and Sandra Hughes. News 2, working for you.
Good evening, everyone. I'm Sharon Johnson.
Drama at a local Walmart. See what happens when kids get behind the wheel while an adult gets into trouble.
Plus, truck meets bicycle, and a local man goes to the hospital.
And thousands of fans turn out to meet their favorite Winston Cup drivers and honor the memory of a great man.
From WXII, the station for complete local coverage of the Western Piedmonts, this is News Channel 12 at 6 o'clock.
A day out turns into trouble for some local...
You're watching News Channel 12 at 6 o'clock with Chris Horn, Shaniqua Manning, AMS meteorologist Jeff Harden, and sports with Dave Gorin. Complete local coverage of the Western Piedmont. News happens all over the Western Piedmont, and News Channel 12 is there every day in Davidson County, committed to live coverage with our Davidson County mobile newsroom. News Channel 12 can take you there live from anywhere in the county, covering your news on the street, in your neighborhood, and on the air. You know News Channel 12 is part of Davidson County. You see us every day. For complete local coverage of Davidson County, you have to be there every day. Depend on News Channel 12. On WXII, the station for complete local coverage of the Western Piedmont, this is News Channel 12 at 11.
Thousands of NASCAR fans pull into...
From WXII, the station for complete local coverage of the Western Piedmont, this is News Channel 12 at 5 o'clock.
Good evening, and thanks for joining us. I'm Wanda Stark.
And I'm Cameron Kent. It is...
You're watching News Channel 12 at 5 o'clock with Cameron Kent, Wanda Stark, and AMS meteorologist John Wendell. Complete local coverage of the Western Piedmont. You're watching News Channel 12 at 5:30 with James Brown, Wanda Stark, and AMS meteorologist John Wendell. Complete local coverage of the Western Piedmont. You're watching News Channel 12 at 6 o'clock with Cameron Kent, Kimberly Van Scoy, AMS meteorologist John Wendell, and sports with Dan Rath. Complete local coverage of the Western Piedmont.
Live from the Piedmont News Channel, this is the Fox 8 6 o'clock news.
Greensboro officials are worried there'll soon come a time that getting water out of this reservoir will be as hard as finding a hotel room when the furniture market is in town. Good evening. Efforts to get people to conserve water voluntarily.
Whether it's a headache, a cold, or the flu, most people feel safe taking over-the-counter medication. But an undercover investigation by Fox 8 on your side found something shocking on store shelves.
It's supposed to be the scariest night of the year, but Halloween has become big fun for a lot of folks and a big profit for others.
I'm Rashada Tramble at the Terror Show in High Point. Coming up on What's Happening, we're going to take you inside, and I've got one thing to say.
And we've uncovered more lost money. Find out if there's any out there for you.
Live from the Piedmont News Channel, this is the Fox 8 10 o'clock news.
Good evening, everybody. We have break.
From Fox Television, this is the Fox 13 6 o'clock news.
Good evening. Thank you for joining us. I'm John Wilson.
And I'm Kelly.
The search is on for this Hillsborough County girl. Her mother says the 7-year-old disappeared from her bedroom. We'll show you what happened and how you could help. Plus, in our Bay News 9 Extra on the town, it's time to take a trip to the theater. We'll show you a great way to get your fill of some fine Bay Area shows.
With your news all the time. Serving Tampa Bay 24 hours a day. This is Bay News 9.
Good afternoon, Tampa Bay. I'm Al Rochelle, and you're watching Bay News 9.
Find out what they're accused of.
A new tropical storm was born in the far eastern Atlantic, but we may have our own troubles in our own backyard.
This is 10 News at 6. People you can count on.
I just get the feeling that she's out there.
From WTSB Channel 10, CBS. This is 10 News. People you can count on. With Sue Zelenko, Reginald Roundtree, Dick Fletcher, and Al Keck. You're watching 10 News at 6. From WTSB Channel 10, CBS. This is 10 News. People you can count on. With Marty Matthews, David Clue, and Linda Gellinella. You're watching 10 News at noon.
Heart of Louisiana. You can feel it. This place is different. This place is our home. Each day from downtown Baton Rouge, top journalists broadcast the capital city's best newscast. Accurate, professional, in-depth. Covering news from St. Mary Parish to Amite County, Mississippi. From the rolling hills of the Felicianas to Acadiana. Reporting on the good as well as the bad. WBRZ Channel 2 News on your side. News you can really use.
Inventory.
You're watching WBRZ Channel 2 News on your side with John Mahaffey, Margaret Lawhorn, Pat Shingleton, and Sylvia Weatherspoon with Dollars and Cents.
On WAFB.
Louisiana's News Channel, WAFB.
This is WAFB News at 5. The newscast watched by more people than any other.
The president's defense is underway in the Senate now, hours before the State of the Union address. Hello, I'm...
Louisiana's News Channel, WAFB.
This is WAFB News at 6. The newscast watched by more people than any other.
The tough life inside the Baton.
This NBC 33 News Update is sponsored by Galloway and Jeffcoat.
Residents in the Baton Rouge suburb of Scotlandville have formed a group to fight.
Live from Louisiana's state capital, this is NBC 33 News Today.
Good morning to you all, and thanks for tuning in to 33 Today.
You're watching WBRZ Channel 2 News on your side with John Mahaffey and meteorologist Chip Barrere.
Good afternoon, everyone, and welcome to...
On your side, this is WBRZ Channel 2 News.
This man is thankful to be alive tonight after...
Today!
WBRZ Channel 2 News with Dave Lehman, Andrea Clessy, Pat Shingleton, and Mike Rose.
Everybody knows relationships can be tough, but just...
Louisiana's News Channel, WAFB.
WAFB News is the newscast watched in more Baton Rouge area homes than any other.
Which News Night Watch starts now.
WWL-TV, Channel 4, New Orleans. This is Louisiana's news leader. Channel 4's Eyewitness News.
Good evening, everyone. Thanks for joining us. The deadline is...
You're watching Channel 6, WDSU-TV, New Orleans. And this is Channel 6 News at 5.
The daring balloonists have to abandon their adventurous dream once again.
You're watching Channel 6 News at 5 with Michael Marsh and Melanie Sanders. AMS meteorologist Dan Milham with weather, Ro Brown with sports, and Stephanie Boswell with 6 on your side. You're watching Channel 6, WDSU-TV, New Orleans. And this is Channel 6 News tonight.
And there were approximately 20 individuals.
Easy to take a break, and he's making a difference. We'll be right back.
You're watching Channel 6 News tonight with Norman Robinson and Susan Rosgen. AMS meteorologist Dan Milham with weather, and Rich Lenz with sports.
It's Macy. WBOE-TV, New Orleans. This is Fox 8 News.
Good evening. Bob Livingston's supporters are ready to throw in the towel.
Brad Kiffin. Liz Reyes. Meteorologist Bruce Katz. Ed Daniels with sports. This is ABC 26 News. ABC 26 News is the only newscast in New Orleans to win 2 Emmy Awards this year. The only newscast voted best in Louisiana for the past 2 years. The only newscast delivering more news in every newscast. And starting September 21st, ABC 26 News gives you more news at a new time. News at 6. Now, watch ABC 26 News, weeknights at 5, 6, and 10.
Morton Anderson Show. The Morton Anderson Show, Saturday at 6:30 on WNOL Fox 38.
You're watching New Orleans UPN 54.